Welcome to Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude.
I'm the dude.
And he's the dork. You try as you might, Dork. You can't be the dude, okay?
Hey, man.
It's just not in you. Okay. What's the 8-ball say? The magic 8-ball.
Just a second. Let me take the fake glasses off and put the good ones on.
Okay, will Denver cover tonight? Give me an answer there, dork.
Can't say. Will the Chargers cover? It will pass.
All right, here we are.
Thanks for vague.
Thanks for watching Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude on YouTube. A special little shout out to our #1 fan in Frankfurt, Germany.
Thanks for tuning in, my friend.
That's it. If you wanted to send us something on X or Twitter, where would you go there, Dork?
At Dork and Dude FFL. Also, Amazon, Google, Spotify, iHeart, Stitcher, and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's kick it off. Dudes and Dorks, Week 16. Quarterback dudes. What you got, Dork?
Russell Wilson.
Okay.
You don't like it?
Not particularly. Weather's going to be kind of funky. Pickens is out. And Baltimore secondary's been playing better lately. And
they have been picking it up.
And they're getting healthy. So I don't particularly like that.
Okay.
I got Jordan Love versus New Orleans.
I could see that, but that's the one snow game where snow is being forecast right now. I almost put him down. We shall see.
I didn't hear it was snowing. I heard it was going to be like 30 degrees.
30 degrees, 58% chance of snow. We're not sure now.
Okay. Love can play in the snow.
Yeah, he can. He went to, Utah State? It snowed there.
Yeah, and he's playing in Green Bay. He's been playing there for 4 years now or whatever. Who else you got?
Kyler got a good matchup.
Yeah, I got Kyler down.
It's kind of he's a perma dude, but Baker has a good matchup as well.
Yeah, but Kyler has been up and down lately.
Yeah, Kyler.
He's hard to trust.
He is. No, I drafted him and eventually cut him because he just was not producing enough.
I hear you. Let's see. I got Matthew Stafford versus the Jets.
Jets' defense has not been great the past few weeks.
No.
Their offense has.
I think Stafford's going to torch them.
He might. I actually have Rodgers in that game.
Okay.
He's been picking up his game.
He has.
The idea that, and I get it, he's a weirdo, okay? But the idea that...
You're not going to watch the docuseries?
Probably not.
Karen Rodgers documentary?
Yeah, I don't. I just don't want to support conspiracy.
It's like a train. It's like a train wreck, though. You can't look. Can't look away.
It's just conspiracy theories are a big problem in this country right now. You know who invented the term conspiracy theory? Who did?
CIA in the 50s.
Okay.
Anything that they wanted to debunk or marginalize was a conspiracy theory.
Okay. Well,
and it's genius when you think about it.
There's a lot of weird stuff out there that a lot of people are believing, and it's pretty harmful to the country.
I just want to see Karen down in South America.
Drinking his guava juice or whatever.
Well, it's his hallucinogenic trips he's taking down there.
Okay.
That'd be worth it in and of itself. And then I hear that there's a possible sequel with Aaron and RFK Jr. doing taxidermy on acid.
Okay,
I'd watch that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Dork?
If it gets RFK Jr. away from the government,
he can multitask.
I mean, the point is, and just to get a little political here, it shouldn't be political, but it's become that. Vaccines are possibly the most significant development of the past century.
Causes autism, man.
They've saved a ton of lives, and these two clowns are trying to tell people not to take them.
I hear ya.
And that's just going to kill a lot of people.
But look at this way.
A lot of people killed.
Look at this way, though. Anybody that would take these guys' advice probably deserves to get sick.
But there are people who do it.
That's their problem.
It's the country's problem.
And it's not my problem. I get my vaccines, baby.
Yeah, as do I.
Okay, what else you got there, dork?
Anyways, I'm going to go... if you want to have some fun, and you got no other option, start the rookie Penix. He's a sleeper.
I got him down as a dart throw.
Yeah.
I picked him up, and I might start him.
Yeah, it just...
he's an unknown quantity, but my team's sinking anyway.
Based on his numbers, he looked like a pretty darn good quarterback. The rookies have done good this year.
Right.
I know a rookie in his first start is not always usually not a good play.
But playing Tennessee might help.
Tennessee they're playing...
their last 4 weeks, their defense.
They're playing the Giants, actually.
Oh, the Giants.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. So...
the Giants they're tanking for the number 1 pick, man.
Yeah, that seems to be
so
the case.
If Penix is... even though it's his first start, you couldn't have a better opponent.
Right. Exactly.
I've also got... sleeper Anthony Richardson, possibly, if you're desperate too.
Versus the Titans?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I was thinking Titans. He was my next guy.
Okay. I think he's always a pretty good play just because of his running ability.
Right, but you need touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay, how about running back dudes?
Let's start with Bucky. If he plays, he's
got
been
Bucky.
practicing.
Looks like he's going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Bucky versus Dallas. How about Chase Brown versus Cleveland?
How about Chase Brown? No, I don't have him.
I do.
A little worried about him.
He's going to be a dude.
He could be, yeah. Cleveland, that stellar defense, maybe the best defense in the league in 2023. Not so good this year.
Yeah, well, they're going to be on the field a lot because their offense ain't going to do jack.
Probably not. Well,
with Robinson at QB.
Against the Cincinnati D, they might, but
yeah,
that should be that's not going to be a close game. So
I think
Brown could get a lot of.
I think Cincy will score 31, and Brown will get at least 1, maybe 100 yards.
Okay, I could see that. I also my other 2, and then I got some other things are Tony Pollard and Chuba Hubbard. Both have good matchups.
Pollard's a little banged up. Need to watch the injury report.
As always, watch the injury report. But he has a good matchup in Indy.
Yeah, he does.
Now, 3 are good daily matchups. If you want to play, if you play the daily.
Okay.
These are obviously guys who are going to play.
Sure.
But it's James Conner, Bijan Robinson, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
You're a genius.
I'll have...
Dork.
I mean, I prefaced it with daily fantasy, dude.
Yeah, well, what's their price?
I don't know, but
that's
expect
key.
them to overplay. They're going to be expensive, but so are other backs like Henry, Derrick Henry, who has been fading and has a difficult team in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And if they're the same price, I'm saying you may want to go with these 3 ahead of Henry.
They wouldn't be the same price. Henry would be less.
I don't know that. I don't play daily fantasy, but
okay.
I would expect all 3 to explode, and this is the information I'm giving our 2 listeners, okay?
I got you.
Okay. No, you were pretty dismissive there, dude.
Well, it's like mentioning the top 3 perma dudes.
Not every week. I mean, last week you had Bijan as a dork, and he went off.
Yeah, but...
I mean, come on.
What I'm saying, though, these guys are perma dudes.
Oh, they are, but I prefaced it by saying,
okay,
obviously you're going to start them, but expect them to be better than normal.
Okay, I can go along with that.
And I got Craig Reynolds as a sleeper in Detroit.
Okay, I got your boy Achane versus San Francisco.
Well, I hope so, but San Francisco worries me.
Not me.
Because that's a talented team. And
they're going to be resting everybody that's got a hangnail.
Okay.
They're out of it. They'll go out there and pretend to play, but they want to see some guys for next year and stuff, and I think they're just
Garendo's not playing.
Yeah,
so.
I think they're going to play out. They're playing out the string.
Well, now they probably are, yeah. But does Miami have a shot at the playoffs?
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff has to happen.
Yeah, they're 2 games. They have to win out, and 2 games behind the Chargers.
And they need like the Chargers to lose a lot.
They need the Chargers basically lose out.
Okay.
But they're still alive.
Okay.
San Francisco's not.
San Francisco is officially eliminated.
Not that I'm aware of it. I
Okay.
think their odds are like 1%.
Okay.
And in that division, when you're in the basement, you're not climbing.
It's going to be hard to climb over a lot of teams.
You're not climbing over those bodies.
And I think if they were going to get it together, it would have happened by now.
Okay, and
happened against the Rams.
I agree. I think in a sleeper I got, if Pollard doesn't play, is Tajay Spears against Indy.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would.
He actually out-snapped Pollard last week.
Right. I would check the report, and Indy's a good matchup for running backs.
They're a punching bag. Okay, any more?
With Indy, Shane Steichen, last year he looked like a genius.
Yep.
This year, not so much.
I know.
And that's the thing with hiring the hot offensive coordinator.
And I don't know, the last few years it seems like Indy hasn't been drafting well. That shit catches up to you.
Well, I mean, Richardson, so far, not so good.
Yeah, but even they used to pride themselves on their defense.
Yep.
They get turnovers and stuff, but they're just playing bend, don't break.
Yeah. They never should have gotten rid of Eberflus for their sake and the Bears.
That's probably true. Okay, wide receiver dudes?
Yeah, JSN.
Okay, he's kind of been a
perma dude, but I expect him to have a good game.
Oh, I agree. I got Drake London versus the Giants. I'm going to climb all over those tanking Giants.
Okay.
And Penix is a pocket passer that's got an arm.
Yeah.
And he can't be any worse than Kirk fucking Cousins.
Cousins has been bad. I kept thinking he might come around, but
he's washed.
I don't know that he's washed. Achilles can take more than a year.
Yeah, but if you were a team, he's not coming back with Atlanta. If Penix plays half-assed well in these last
three. They didn't draft Penix in the top 10, so they could sit him.
Man, kind of dumb giving Kurt like $150 million and then drafting Penix. I mean,
yeah.
But I can't see Kirk Cousins starting anywhere else in the league.
Some team will take a chance on him, I bet.
I think he's going to be back up if he still wants to play. But anyway, that's a whole other debate. Who you got there, wide receiver dudes, Dork?
How about Kelvin Austin III?
Okay, I can see that.
I've talked about him last week. Big play potential.
Yeah.
Pickens hasn't been back at practice yet.
He's out.
What I've seen. He's out officially now
today.
Okay. And but he's become the guy. He's stepped up and
yeah, he has.
He's been pretty good. Baltimore, despite improvements, can be passed on.
Yeah, and Wilson has to throw it to somebody. I got Neighbors versus Atlanta.
Yeah, despite the tanking, he's all they got. So they're going to throw him the ball. He's super talented.
Yeah,
I have him as well.
Drew Lock, he's going to throw some picks, but he'll make some plays.
And I also got Christian Watson.
Okay.
He just might be emerging as a number one there, or something, whatever is close to a number one.
I was hoping
as the Packers have.
I agree. I was hoping that happened about 6 weeks ago because I placed a futures bet on him over 5.5 TDs for the season. He's got 2.
Well, he's got 3 games left.
Yeah, it's well, he'd have to have 4 TDs in the last 3 games.
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
You never know.
But I did cash some futures bets this week that I'll mention at the end, Dork.
Okay. Yeah, I did pick him up too, and I'm playing him this week.
Oh, okay.
So I'm putting my money where my mouth is here.
Well, I saw that you picked them up.
Okay, that's all.
I drafted the dude and had to cut him.
Yeah, I cut Jaden Reed to put him in. So advice might be pick up Jaden Reed because based on my year, he's going to go off.
Or the advice might be just stay away from Green Bay wide receivers.
That's what we've been talking all year.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's evidence Watson might be emerging as their top guy.
I agree. And he's talented and he can break some long ones for you.
He can also get injured and, well, you know the whole story.
Yeah.
You've lived a fantasy life. You all know.
He's injury prone for sure. Okay, any more?
No.
Me either. Let's go tight ends.
I've mentioned him a lot, and he's kind of getting into the
Don't say Kyle Pitts.
Tyler Conklin, Cade Otton level of my guys.
Okay.
And that's Chig Okonkwo.
Okay. I could see that. Kind of a dart throw.
Yeah, but the tight end is a big dart throw.
Yeah, it is. I got Hawkinson versus Seattle.
I have Hawkinson as well. He's
good matchup.
He's getting into a groove. When he plays, he's one of the best. So,
and with Jefferson and Addison, he's getting open.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Jake Ferguson, Cowboys against
everybody
Tampa Bay.
Everybody has him, almost every week on these websites, and the dude doesn't do jack.
No, I know. A lot of the tight ends don't.
Yeah, I can't recommend him. I got a sleeper for you. Dawson Knox versus New England.
Dawson Knox versus New England.
Last couple of games since he came back from injury, he's been looking a lot better.
Okay, I get that. You never know which way Buffalo's going to go, but Buffalo against New England, I think plug in a player and you might get lucky.
Yep.
Plug in an offensive skill position. So I like that.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Dork. Okay, you got any more?
I put down Trey McBride. He's kind of obvious. In our league, he's been terrible because of the no touchdowns, right?
That kind of hurts in our league scoring.
But
of course, in most league scoring, it hurts.
He's in another league that I'm in that's half PPR.
Right.
He's been like my MVP, just putting up points like I can't tell you.
Sure.
So
no, in PPR, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Standard league, not so much.
No.
Okay.
I put down Jonnu Smith too, but he's become a perma dude.
He has.
He's like Jonnu, you only need one name with him. He's been so good.
Well, about 4 years ago, he had a kind of a breakout year in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Then he bounced up to New England.
New England paid him a bunch of money, him and Hunter Henry.
He didn't do shit.
And that was like the beginning of the end of Belichick. Well, actually, losing Brady was the beginning of his end.
Yeah, but he's playing better now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about dude defenses?
Green Bay.
Well, they're number one on most lists.
As they should be.
Yeah. I don't target the ones, they have to be like lower than 5 or 6.
I didn't look at the ratings this time. So.
Okay. I got Indy versus Tennessee. Mason Rudolph is not good.
Whether it's Mason Rudolph or Will Levis, there will be turnovers.
No doubt.
I got Atlanta against the Giants.
Okay. They haven't been generating any pass rush or turnovers.
No, but, it's the Giants, and
true.
We'll see. I also have Arizona against Carolina.
I could see that. I got Cincy versus Cleveland.
I kind of thought about that with Thompson Robinson.
Yeah,
but,
he's not very good at football.
Well, compared to most NFL quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, he's like 34.
Yeah.
Any more?
No.
Okay. That was the dudes for week 16. You're watching Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, here we go with Dorks. My buttons haven't been working lately, but we'll see. Anyway, here we go again. Dork alert. Give me a dork quarterback, Dork.
How about Mahomes?
Yeah, he's been kind of a dork.
With the high ankle sprain, he's had a few dude days.
Not really.
I think they're going to try to protect him.
I agree.
Let the defense win if they can.
They'll run the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
Control the clock.
Yeah, they say he's going to play. He's good to go.
I don't know who's starting Mahomes except maybe in 12 and 14 team leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I got Jared Goff versus your Chicago Bears, Dork.
I had him. I crossed him off. The Bears they're just, I don't know which way they're going to go. It wouldn't surprise me if they came out on fire and gave Detroit a good game.
It would surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me if Detroit put 50 on them.
Yeah, I worry about the weather in Detroit and Goff.
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
And Goff doesn't play all that well outdoors. He might fumble and throw a pick.
Yeah, he might. No, I don't think it's a bad call at all.
Okay.
I was just considering the way the Bears have been showing up.
True.
I just...
I think they've mailed it in.
Yeah.
Okay, who else you got?
Purdy.
Okay.
And Jaden Daniels against Philadelphia.
I almost put, I got Daniels down there versus Philly too. I put temper expectations. He can always run one in.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. He's, I try to get at least 3 on each one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was between him and Goff. I took Goff off just because Philly's been playing real well.
Yeah, they have.
And it's a tough spot for him, but he's been pretty darn good this year, so who knows?
I got Lamar versus Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
He plays terrible against him. He's lost 5 out of his last 6 straight up. Yeah. Last time I think they played, I forgot what week it was, he threw for like 134 yards or some shit.
Mm.
And so he doesn't play well. In fact, Pittsburgh's in his head. So if anything, you're going to start Lamar, but temper expectations.
Okay.
Any more?
No, that's it.
Okay, give me some running back dorks.
First one is Mixon.
I got him. He's been a dork for about the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And KC is going to stop that run.
Yeah.
They're going to make C.J. Stroud beat him, and that ain't happening.
I also have Charbonnet against the
That's
Vikings.
my boy.
That's your guy. I'm sorry, but no one runs on the Vikings lately.
That's true. I'm worried about him, but I'm probably going to have to plug him in. But now he's questionable. Okay, I got your boy Kieran versus the Jets.
Kieran Williams.
Yep.
Okay, how about Brian?
It's actually Kyron.
Kyron, I know. But on this show, it's Kieran. Just like, what is it, Saquon? Or
Saquon.
Okay. How about Brian Robinson against the Eagles? Again, I'm
hard to run on
Eagles. By
Eagles.
the Eagles.
Hard to run on them.
Yeah.
I can see that. I got your boy Dowdle versus Tampa Bay.
Put it this way, I started Bucky Irving ahead of him.
I don't blame you.
But if Bucky's out, I'm just going to flip him before the game.
Yeah. I mean, he can always get in the end zone, but Tampa Bay's, they're like 3rd in the league against the run.
Okay. Dowdle's been good lately, though. But
yeah, he has. He's been rolling.
Tampa's D is, they're getting people back. And
Tampa might crush him where they might have to throw all the time.
Yeah, that's a distinct possibility.
Who else you got?
DeAndre Swift and Tyrone Tracy.
Okay, I can see both of those.
Swift may or may not play. I think he's still questionable.
Tracy's questionable, too.
Tracy's questionable, too, and both got bad matchups.
Terrible matchups. Okay, wide receiver dorks.
Again, Philly-Washington thing, I got Terry McLaurin.
Me, too. Terrible matchup. I got your boy DJ Moore versus Detroit. Dork.
Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. But I'd put a tight end down there, so let me move him to the tight ends.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy has been kind of hot lately. He's had a nice little resurgence in New Orleans. MVS.
Oh, yeah.
Valdez Scalding. I think he'll be a dork this week up in Green Bay, though.
I do, too.
I mean, maybe it's a revenge game for him against the Packers, but I don't see it.
Yeah. Well, but if anything, the weather won't bother him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He might be all they got.
Yeah. He pretty much is. But with Spencer Rattler, I don't know. I got Flowers versus Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, if Lamar ain't happening,
that's it.
Like you think Flowers sure ain't going to be happening.
Yep, he's going to be a dork.
Okay.
Any more?
No, that's all. I tried to get, like I say, I tried to get 3. How about if I jump on DJ Moore with you?
Sure.
I had written Kittle down in the wrong place as a dork.
I got Kittle.
I got him, but he's a tight end, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Or why don't I go Juwan Jennings? Just the whole dorky Niners.
Okay.
And he's questionable too, isn't he?
I don't know what his injury status is. Okay, let's go tight ends. I got Kittle, dork.
Yeah, I do too.
Miami plays tight ends tough.
Yeah, and the Niners are just struggling, and as talented a team as they are, it's just hard to go with them at this point.
Yeah, and like I said about teams with 3 weeks to go and stuff, anybody that's hurting at all, why play them?
Exactly.
Especially your superstars.
Yeah.
So and Kittle has a tendency to get banged up, so I could see them shutting him down the last couple of games anyway. But this is not going to be good for him.
Torn ligament in the knee, and Achilles, that ruins him into next year.
Yeah.
for the Niners now, it's about 2025, and
Yep. And they need to start thinking about benching some cats.
Yeah.
I got Fryermuth versus Baltimore.
oh, no kidding.
Dork.
Okay, he's been doing well lately, but
Baltimore plays the tight ends pretty tough.
They do. Okay, I got some of my guys here, or two of my guys, Cole Kmet and Kyle Pitts.
Okay, I don't know who's starting either one of those clowns.
Okay, well, now
Speaking of clowns.
confirm. Now I'm going to confirm. Don't start. They got bad matchups. And Hunter Henry is the other one with the real bad matchup.
I almost had Henry down there because of the matchup as well. Oh, this is just to reinforce the whole voodoo, which is working because Team of Clowns started coming down a little last week.
How's your team doing now?
It's not about me at this point. It's about taking out whoever's in first place, and then I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
So let's see here. Where were we, Dork?
Dork D's?
Dork D's.
How about KC?
I can see that. Against the Texans?
Yeah.
In 29-degree weather? Nah, I don't like that. I think Texans are going to turn the ball over.
CJ Stroud's an Ohio Big Ten guy. He's played in the cold.
Yeah, but he's not playing well. And then you made Mixon a dork for a reason.
Yeah, so they're going to pass more.
Okay, good luck with that. I got the Eagles versus Washington Dorks.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Washington's going to score some points.
They might. Yeah, that's an interesting game.
Yeah, it is.
It should be a good game.
Should be. And,
I'm kind of all over the Eagles on that one, though.
I am too. And then I've got the Texans versus KC. That is with Mahomes playing.
Okay.
KC doesn't turn the ball over very much, but that offensive line is getting Mahomes killed, which is why he's got a bad ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And if that keeps happening, I think I saw Mahomes has been sacked this year already more than any season he's played.
Yeah.
So that offensive line's a problem. Texans going to exploit it. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see the Texans rack up 4 or 5 sacks, maybe a pick.
Oh, okay.
Because Mahomes throws picks too this year.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You got any more?
No.
Okay, well, let's do our picks for week 16. Dork and I both did really bad on our picks last week. What was it?
I was 8-8.
Okay. Wasn't there a push?
Was there a push?
I think there was. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do well at all. I had a break-even gambling, though. The Vikings on Monday night saved me from a losing week in that respect.
Yeah, I was 6-8, and then the Vikings, and we had the Falcons at -4. They went off at -6, so they pushed.
Right.
But when we did our show, they were -4. So if you picked them, they covered.
Yeah.
I was not good on my best bets, and I'm damn near 500 now.
Oh, you're back to 500? You were killing it.
35 and 34. Yeah, I've had 2 1-4 weeks in a row. Give me a clown horn.
Okay.
Okay, but we're going to get it back this week.
Okay, before we do that, I just got to give my weekly ATS update. And we have a new leader against the spread, Dork, for the season. Want to try to guess who it is?
The new leader against the spread.
Yep. They're 11-3.
Is that the Ravens?
It's the Gutter Snipes Denver Broncos.
That makes sense.
They're 11-3. Pittsburgh's next, 10-4. Then you go down to Minnesota, Buffalo, Philly, Arizona, Detroit, Tampa Bay, and the Chargers are all 9-5. Those are your top. And the bottom, the ones you don't want to be betting, Tennessee, 2-12. Cleveland, the Giants, 4-10. Dallas, Miami, San Francisco, the Jets, 5-9. Vegas, 5-8. Atlanta, 5-8. So there you go. I use it every week when I make my bets. It is one deciding factor, Dork.
What's that?
The ATS.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, should I go down the list?
Do it.
Okay. Tonight, The Chargers at home against the Broncos. Chargers are laying 2.5. Over under 41.5. Give me the Chargers. Give me the under.
I'm taking Denver.
Of course you are. Because they cover.
We might have to do a side bet.
Want to do that right now?
You're giving me 2.5.
2.5.
You got it.
I love these side bets.
Don't laugh too hard.
I like them better if I win.
You haven't been doing very well lately.
Well, we
broke even last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Denver. They're only 11-3 against the goddamn spread.
And the gutter sniper like that. I swear.
The gutter snipe's kicking ass.
Okay. Saturday, Houston is getting 3.5 at KC, 42.5.
Oh, we didn't do our under. I got under in that.
I got under in that game, yeah.
Okay. Who you like there, Dork?
I like Houston.
I'm taking KC. I told you, Houston's a paper tiger.
Okay.
And in the elements, Mahomes is playing. The officials are helping him. They're at home. There's no way they're going to let Houston win that game or even cover.
I like Houston under, or I like the under 42.5 as well.
I do too.
Pittsburgh getting 6.5 points at Baltimore. Over under 45.
I'm taking Pittsburgh in the points.
Yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh in the points as well. Didn't work out so well last week, but
there's some outrageous stat like 8 of the last 9 Baltimore-Pittsburgh games have been 3 points or less.
3 points or less.
And you're getting 6.5 with Pittsburgh. And if you watch it, by game time, it might go up to 7. And that's when you really jump.
This is absolutely the best rivalry in football right now.
It's one of them.
2 teams that are good every year.
Yep, hate each other.
They talk about, and I'm going to rip on my Bears here. Bears-Packers being a rivalry, it isn't. A rivalry, one side wins sometimes,
Well, maybe half the time.
Half the time, exactly. And Pittsburgh-Baltimore, that's what happens.
Yeah, teams like Chicago, they don't have rivals.
No, they have the rivals with the Jets and the Jaguars, and who's the most dysfunctional?
Yeah, Carolina's right up there.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I like Pittsburgh. I like the over 45.
I got the under in that one too.
Okay. Cincinnati minus 7.5.
Well, I just want to let you know that I'm going to have a few overs, but this is under week.
Okay.
This is the time of year you start seeing unders.
Okay, Cincinnati minus 7.5 against Cleveland. Over under 47.
I'm laying the points with Detroit.
For Cincy, you mean?
Where'd you jump down to? The next one up is Detroit and Chicago.
I had Cincy Cleveland when I looked.
Oh, well, okay. All right, I got you. It's the next one down. I'm laying the points with Cincy, man.
Yeah, I am too. And I'm taking the over in that one.
I got the under.
47. Okay, Detroit. We both got Detroit minus 6.5 at Chicago.
Yep, and I got the under.
I love the under there, actually.
A lot of guys do.
Okay, Philadelphia minus 3.5 at Washington. 45.5.
I'm laying the 3.5 with Philly.
I am as well, and I'm under on that one.
I'm over, actually.
Okay.
I could see that being maybe a 28-21 game.
Okay. It could be, yeah, but okay, next, Jets getting 3 against the Rams at home. 46 is the over-under.
I'm laying the points with the Rams.
I'm going to take the Jets, but it's mainly a stay away. I don't like this. This game smells.
Yeah, I already bet the Rams.
And I bet I like the over too.
It doesn't smell. The Rams have all the incentive. They're on a roll. They've won 5 out of their last 6 ball games. They're in the playoff hunt. They can win that goddamn division. They're getting healthy at the right time. They're peaking at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Whereas
the Jets, they beat up on a couple of tomato cans and think they're great now.
Did you read the thing? Their owner, he vetoed a trade for Jerry Jeudy
because of the Madden score.
Because his kids said, "Oh no, he has a bad Madden score."
What do you expect from a dysfunctional organization where their owners taking advice from their kids?
What was
They're a mess.
There was
I believe Rodgers only went there to rip them off.
Could be.
He knows he can't win there.
He can't. I mean, you know, if you're an owner, you know what you do? You own.
Brett Favre
cash the checks.
Brett Favre ripped him off too.
And the state of Mississippi, but that's another story.
Yeah, it is. There's some voodoo on you, Brett. Ripping off the poor kids.
Okay, Jets Rams. Arizona -5
Allegedly.
At Carolina.
Who we got there?
Arizona -5.
I'm laying the 5.
Yeah, me too. Arizona's pretty good.
Yeah, they're up and down, but Carolina played well there for a few weeks, but now they're going back to same old dysfunctional team.
Falcons with the debut of Michael Penix. -8.5 against the Giants. Over under 42.
I'm laying the points with Atlanta, but I don't feel good about it, and I definitely wouldn't bet it.
That's a stay away as well. 8.5 points for a team that mostly wins by one score.
And they're starting a rookie.
Yeah.
And they've lost, 4 in a row? Atlanta?
No, they won. They won last week.
Okay, 4 of their last 5.
And that was against the Raiders.
Yeah.
And they got a short week.
Yeah,
okay,
that's a stay away. I got the under in that too.
Tennessee +3.5 at Indy.
I'm laying the points with Indy.
See, dude, if I can get to 3.5, you know I love that.
You want to bet that?
No, that's a stay away. But
you're through betting. You're through betting Tennessee.
I am.
You learned your lesson.
Not really, because I'm going with them here. But
I'm taking Indy and the under.
Okay, how about Minnesota -3 at Seattle?
I'm laying the points with Minnesota.
I am too. That's another tough one.
Not really. I think
Minnesota's a very good team, though, and when in doubt, you take the better team.
And they are definitely the better team. Geno's banged up. Charbonnet's banged up now. Walker's probably not going to play again.
Yep.
Seattle's got problems. But
by the way, I have the over there on Minnesota-Seattle. I have the over Tennessee-Indy, and then I think we missed that. Okay.
Yeah, I had the under Tennessee, and I've got the over on Minnesota and Seahawks as well.
Buffalo -2 touchdowns against New England. 14 points, that is.
Yep.
Over under 46.5.
I'm laying the points.
I think you gotta. Just don't go against Buffalo right now.
They're scoring 33 points a game for the last 5 games.
Got that right. And I got the under.
And New England's tanking.
Mm-hmm.
Although Drake May's playing his little heart out.
Drake May's a good one. They got a good one there.
I got the under on that too.
San Francisco -1 at Miami.
Taking Miami.
I got the Niners.
But I'm not going to bet that game.
No.
It's a stay away, and I got the over.
I got over as well. How about Vegas -1.5 versus Jacksonville?
Raiders shouldn't be laying points to the, children of the blind,
I got the Raiders. I think they win.
Taking Jacksonville to win outright.
Okay, I disagree, and I got the over.
I got the under. They're both pathetic, but I'm not betting that.
They are. Okay, Dallas +4 at home against Tampa Bay. Over under 48.
Tampa Bay will crush them.
I got Dallas. I'm leaning Dallas.
You want to bet that one?
No. No, this is a lean. This is going to have to be a lean, dude.
Okay. You see another game you like? Let's wrap up the Green Bay Saints.
I'm Green Bay laying 8.5. I got to go with them.
It's 14.5.
It's up to 14.5 now?
It started at like 13. Opened at 13. 14.5.
I'm still taking Green Bay.
So am I.
But that's too high to really bet. So, and I got the under there. I'm seeing something like 21-3.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, best bets. I got Houston +3.5.
Hate it.
I got Philly -3.5.
Like it.
Pittsburgh +6.5.
Like it.
Vegas -1.5.
Hate it.
And Bears Detroit under 48.
Like it.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I bet already, Dork.
Let's hear it.
Oh, and let me just update here. Cashed out some futures bets just today, Dork.
Let's hear it.
I saw my account was up to like $600, and I said, wow, what happened? Let's see here. I cashed out I cashed out Miami under 9.5. I had them at plus 120. And I cashed out Steelers to make the playoffs. I had them 2-1. So I bet like 40, 180.
Okay.
And then I've still got some alive here. Ones I'm really looking to win is Tampa Bay over 8.5. They just need one more win.
My God, they got Carolina and some other mope after Dallas.
Yeah,
so they're gonna.
I think it's New Orleans.
Yeah, they will get that easily.
And then I've got the Rams over 8.5, and they only need one more win.
That's a safe one as well.
I don't know about that. And I got the Rams to make the playoffs at 3-1.
Right on. I got the ones that I like that are left. I actually have Denver, I told you, in the Super Bowl, winning it all at 100-1.
I love that bet.
I doubt they're going to win it.
I just bet them last week, you remember, at 30-1.
Yeah. But
100, sweet.
I'm thinking,
I got Pittsburgh 75-1, by the way.
Nice. They make the playoffs. There's going to be a decent cash out there.
Yeah.
And I already, cash.
If they win tonight, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah. And they should make the playoffs, and they could well win tonight, despite our bet. But that could go.
You got any other ones alive?
The Tomlin for Coach of the Year.
I think it's McConnell.
It's Minnesota.
Yeah,
that's who I'd vote
He's the number one guy now on the board.
Okay, as he should be.
He's doing a hell of a job.
Minnesota was predicted by 4th in most places.
Yeah, they were. I bet
the legendary Chad and Simon said Minnesota was going to be get the number 1 draft pick. Minnesota's lost 2 games all year. They're still in play for home field advantage.
Yeah, they are. Well, I was dumb. I bet them under 6.5 wins.
Yeah, well, I got some dumb bets I made too.
But a lot of that had to do with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Once Darnold jumped in there and started playing well, it changed the whole equation. McCarthy ain't winning 12 games.
But this is the first time Darnold's ever played real well.
He's with a good organization.
Yeah. Got that right.
Okay, so here's what I've got this week. These first 2 bets I made last week on Fez's recommendation, he's withdrawn them both now.
Oh, Fez.
And he did that to me the week before.
So I listened to them, and there was more whining and blaming the refs or certain players than usual.
That's because they got crushed.
Usually they're stand-up guys.
That's because they got crushed and
they got crushed again, and Ross wasn't doing it as much as Fez. But Fez was blaming the refs, blaming a kicker, blaming this and that.
That's what happens.
That's gambling.
That's what Well, but even they can't help themselves after a bad week.
I know.
They're disgusted. They're frustrated. Okay, so anyway, I bet these on Fez's. I'm not going to cash out because Fez did. I'm going to stick with them, and if I hit one, I break even. I've got Philly, Washington under 48, and I've got Cincy, Cleveland over 49. I've also got Denver +3 tonight, and I've also got Denver on the money line at +130.
That's nice getting them at 3.
Yeah. They're 2.5 now, right?
Yes.
And then I've got them on the money line +130. I like that bet too.
I like that, yeah.
I got Tampa Bay -4 versus Dallas. I got that early. I think it's 3.5 now, isn't it?
Went back up to 4 last I saw, yeah.
I got Minnesota at 4 versus Seattle. I got Detroit 6.5 versus Chicago.
Like that.
I grabbed Philly -3 versus Washington. I think that one's 3.5, I think now.
Yeah.
I got the Rams at 3.5 versus the Jets.
Okay.
And then I laid the 13.5 with Green Bay. I think it's up to 14.5 now.
Okay.
Versus New Orleans. And then tonight's game, I threw $5 on Marvin Mims getting 70 or more yards at +650.
Ooh. Go Marvin.
That's it. All right. Anything else, Dork?
Can I just let me mention the College Bowl games.
Oh yeah,
the only ones I'm going to address are the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't follow that like you. So yeah, give a little rundown of how you think it's going to unfold there, Dork.
I think this weekend with the most of the games are hard to bet because of the transfer portal and players pulling out.
That's what I've been hearing.
But so I would recommend staying away from those.
The first round?
But the first round of the playoffs, you got full teams, with no defections. I like Indiana is my favorite play against Notre Dame. The other ones, they're all big touchdown type spreads, but I like the favorites. That'd be Texas over Clemson, Penn State over SMU, and who's the other one? It'll come to me. Ohio State over Tennessee.
Okay.
Although Ohio State I feel a little less strongly about, but because their coach hasn't been great in big games.
Okay.
But again, Indiana, Texas, Penn State, I think should all do well.
Okay. A lot of I hear the pros a little bit. The pros are fading Indiana.
Okay.
Who else are they fading? They're on Notre Dame.
They love Notre Dame.
Yep.
I don't.
Yeah.
They love most of the power ratings have Texas and Ohio State as the two best teams.
Sure.
So, but I really could go to anyone.
Yeah.
I think, the teams like Boise, Arizona State, SMU, and Clemson are they're long shots. They're long shots, I would say. But of the other 8, it wouldn't surprise me if any one of them won it.
If they get hot.
Yeah. Indiana would surprise me. Notre Dame would surprise me, too.
I'm pulling for the Sun Devils, man.
They've had a weak schedule. You're pulling for the Sun Devils?
Yeah.
That's kind of a voodoo thing, maybe, right?
It's an Arizona thing.
Okay.
One of my favorite states.
Yes. It's a hot state.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks for watching Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude. We will be back next week on Christmas Eve, right, Dork?
For a Christmas show.
For our Christmas show.
Ready to hear some Bing Crosby?
Yeah, we're going to have play some Bing Crosby. I'm going to have my Hawaiian Mele Kalikimaka shirt and probably even break out my damn ukulele.
Damn right you will.
I was thinking maybe we should play Elvis Blue Hawaii or something. He's got some Hawaii Christmas songs.
Blue Christmas?
Blue Christmas.
One? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got to set up a cord, and we'll plug it in to the soundboard, and you can play it off your iPhone next week.
Okay.
And we need to try that anyway.
That's right.
We haven't tested it. Okay. Anyway, thanks again.
Enjoy the games.
Yep. Enjoy the games. Good luck betting. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.